Hello Inventor enthusiasts, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lance Skelly. Today we will be diving into some Inventor iLogic to learn how to automatically update the display names of our documents in the Inventor browser. Let's get started. Before we dive into the code, let's discuss what we want to achieve. We want a simple way to update the display name of our parts or assemblies in the Inventor browser back to their original file names. Now, why might you want to do this? Well, in the example shown on the screen, I have an assembly of customized library parts that I downloaded from GrabCAD. Thank you to the original creator of these files, who is credited in the description. The file names of all the parts were in Portuguese. I have renamed all the files to English names. However, the display names in the browser still have Portuguese descriptions. In this example, I want to run a script that will make the display names the same as the file names again. To do this, we will use iLogic, a powerful tool within Autodesk Inventor that allows us to automate various tasks using a language that is very similar to VBA. For today's task, we'll use iLogic to reset our display names. This video will be divided into two parts. In the first part, I will simply show you what the code does. So, if you are in a hurry and simply want some code to solve your immediate problem, you can see what it does and paste it into your own iLogic browser. In the later part of the video, we will take a look at the iLogic code to understand what it does. Let's start by opening the iLogic browser. In this example, we are going to create an external rule. I'm choosing an external rule rather than an internal rule because I only need this at my own Inventor station. I do not need to include it in my document or templates. Let's name this rule Reset Display Names, or you can name it whatever makes sense to you. Then we'll paste in the code and save it. Now we are ready to run the rule, but before I run it, notice that the display names in the browser are all in Portuguese. These are the names that I would like to change to match the file names. One way to do this would be to manually type out each one, but rather than going through this tedious process, our code will rename all of them automatically. Let's run it and see what happens. Looks like it worked. Just like that, all the names have changed to match the file names. So that's the end of the first part of the video. If you don't want an explanation of the code, you can leave now and carry on with your Inventor projects. Before you leave, please leave a like on the video if you found it useful, or share it with a friend that is learning to use Inventor iLogic to automate the boring tasks in their projects. Okay, now if you are still here, we can start to dig into this code and see what it does. I'll walk you through it step by step. The first line of the code is a comment just to explain to the user what this code does. The next line of code assigns the active document in Inventor to the object ODoc. The main part of the iLogic rule is contained within a select case statement. This divides the code into three scenarios. First, where the active document is a part document. Next, where the active document is an assembly document. And lastly, a case where it is neither. If the document is a part document, the ODoc object is assigned to the OPartDoc object. The display name of the OPartDoc object is then changed to a null string. In other words, a piece of text that contains nothing. changing the display name to a null string will automatically make it default to the part file name. If the document is an assembly document, the ODoc object is assigned to the OASMDoc object. Similar to what we did with the part document, we will change the display name of the OASMDoc object to a null string. Next, the code cycles through each occurrence of a component in OASMDoc. Similar to the other items, the name of each item is changed to a null string, so that it will default to the file name of that component. Lastly, if the active document is neither a part document nor an assembly, a message box will show the message. This script supports only part and assembly documents. The final thing that this iLogic will do is update the active view in the Inventor application to make sure that the results of the code are seen immediately. So now we know how the code works. iLogic is a powerful tool. We have seen that with just a few lines of code, we can automate what could have been a tedious task. Imagine what else you could automate. I hope you found this tutorial useful. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing for more Inventor tips and tricks. If you have any questions or suggestions, drop them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep inventing.